What's up, guys, ladies and gents? In the last week, I've learned a couple things actually. Obviously due to the from the boxing world, acting world, just stuff like that. I've kind of always just let things go. I'm not huge on social media. I'm not huge on getting on TikTok, on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. But then again, my big accounts from Facebook have been stolen, which had like a lot of followers, blue checked and stuff. But it's okay. I opened another one, which has no following really. Anyway, it's pretty annoying and pathetic when I get these kind of messages. It's just that's what kind of I never want to go online. And then Charlie Kirk happened. Charlie Kirk spoke about God, about Jesus, about treating all with kindness, respect, and just going with that, So in my walk with Jesus Christ, I have learned this much. I respect one, I respect all. But instead of staying quiet nowadays, I believe it's time for me to open up. I believe it's time for me to let the public know what's really going on. Because the other day I debuted my TikTok to the fight of Saul Alvarez, aka Canelo, and Terence T-Bud Crawford. For those of you guys that don't know, I've known T-Bud since we were kids. I'm born and raised in Kansas. He's born and raised in Omaha, Nebraska. We're right there. So we'd fight in the same little tournaments. We'd see each other. He knew who Bucky was. Bucky was in his team. That was Bucky to me. Knowing each other since we were little kids, X, Y, and Z. And it wasn't a race thing. It wasn't this and that. You ask about boxing, I give my opinion. Boxing. I've always stayed quiet about boxing, in my opinion. Well, who you got winning this fight? Oh, may the best man win. But that doesn't, no. I'm going to just speak my truth like Charlie Kirk did. My truth is this. We take this back to 2008. Let's take it back a little bit, right? There is a promoter by the name of Oscar de la Hoya. I was part of him, Golden Boy. Being that I was part of Golden Boy, hey, a lot of things took place. When I first was introduced to Oscar de la Hoya, upon signing, I just remember he says, Victor, I mean, I just can't believe that you're finally part of my team, And who did you look up to growing up? And then, of course, my number one was Fernando Vargas. I love Fernando Vargas. I loved his style. I loved how aggressive he was, and how he gave me that same kind of fight, that kind of hunger. My second favorite was Sugar Shane Mosley, and is Sugar Shane Mosley, and followed by Tito Trinidad. And meanwhile, Oscar de la Hoya was asking me, and he's like waiting for me to call his name. And then of course you got the Mike Tyson, and you have Bernard Hopkins. And finally he says, well, what about me, Victor? You didn't look up to me, Victor? And I go, nah, brother, we fight different, man. I said, you're more of a boxer, and I'm more of a banger, bro. I come and, it's me or you or me, so you're just different, brother. I mean, I said, you're very business savvy. I do look up to you there. But with all this time going, he says, HBO, we're good friends, HBO, and I heard that you've been sparring a lot with Manny Pacquiao, and they showed me what you did, and I was like, I don't know what you're talking about, brother. I said, I just, I worked with my brother Manny and Freddie Roach and Wildcard, and that's it. No, Victor, I saw the videos. I go, I couldn't tell you, brother. But I will say, Oscar, this is 2008. Stay away from Manny Pacquiao. You're funny. He's little. He may be little, but he hits hard. He's speedy. No, Victor, you're funny. You're going to be my co-main event. I said, Oscar, don't do that, man. Well, he neglected what I said. He didn't believe me. And he took on the fight with Manny Pacquiao, Pac-Man from the Philippines, which is a great friend and an amazing human being, a godly man, a brother in Christ. And shoot, man. So here it goes. Oscar calls me to training camp because I'm left-handed. And first day of training camp, it's Nacho Beristain. It's Daniel Zaragoza. We're up in Big Bear. And mind you guys, I don't like Big Bear. If it's not about snowboarding, I don't like Big Bear. Regardless, I'm up there in Big Bear, and I was like, oh man, cool. So, first day of training, Nacho Beristain says, Victor, trabaja bien con Oscar. Work well with Oscar. Yeah, no problem. Victor, don't go in there trying to knock nobody out. I was like, oh, no, I'm going to work. Right? I got the timing right, but it was interesting because my helmet was the open-faced helmet with no bar. My gloves were 18-ounce sparring gloves. 18s are like pillows, for those of you guys who don't know. And my cup, of course. Everybody wears a cup. Oscar came in with a bar across his face, winning gear, and either 12s or 14s, really small. And I remember the difference. I was like, oh, wow, those are pretty small. And, hey, you know what? I don't complain. I just said, okay, well, I know that he's going to be quicker than me, obviously because of the size difference of gloves. Not a problem. I went in, being southpaw, I started timing him. First thing that happens, he throws a straight 1-2. I took a step to the side, caught him over the top with the left, shook him. Okay, I'm coming forward, feinted, hook, straight again. He starts wobbling. Within maybe 2-3 minutes of the first round, I stopped De La Hoya, literally. Knocked the dude out. And then he didn't say nothing. He grabbed all his stuff. He left. The ring stormed off. Completely mad. Mad. And I'm like, upset, but like, this is just a pleasure. And then now, Nacho at the time tells me, Victor, más tranquilo. Tienes que trabajar, Victor. You have to work. We're here to work, not to knock nobody out. And I said, he's a 10-time world champion. What are you talking about? I'm not even a champ yet. No, Victor. So anyway, 24 hours later, I don't think he left his brain, like he slept on it. They invite me to go run that morning, and I did, and I ran hard. Within an hour and a half after my run, they said I'm sparring 10 rounds. Once again, with Oscar, X, Y, and Z, no problem. I went in there, and this time I stopped him in maybe a minute and a half, completely. He's so upset and mad. And everything is recorded by HBO 24/7. He's so mad at me. Takes off his gloves, everything. He storms off. I don't see him for the remainder of anything. They said, Vic, we're having some, change of heart. Different things are taking place. You're free to go home. I said, what are you talking about? If I'm the co-main event for my first championship, I too need help. I'm not a champion of any kind. Well, Victor, we know you're going to be successful, blah, blah, blah. Whoa. I take off, and thanks to Antonio Ojeda from up north, Santa Maria, great champ, amazing person. He actually helps me. He gets me ready. A heck of a boxer, strong man, strong champ, and, he helped me get ready. He got me ready for Jeffrey Resto. And then next thing you know, I was finally crowned as a champion for the first time ever, North America, for NABO. Well, time goes by, and now they're talking about, oh man, Victor, there's this new guy, Canelo. And I was like, that's awesome. So I meet Canelo, ladies and gents. I meet Canelo, man. And it was... I was excited to meet Canelo because he was younger than me. He is younger than me, and he was actually fighting on my undercards. But when I would see him, I would embrace him. Hey, ¿cómo estás, brother? How you doing, man? Canelito. I even called him Canelito. ¿Cómo estás, brother? And shaking his hand. And I just remember he was always so kind. We would always share locker rooms, and if it wasn't, I was in a different locker room, but I would be the main event. But I was always make it a point to come and say hi. How are you? How you been? How you doing? It's great to see you again. You're gonna be a champ one day. I know it. And then he said, "Oh yeah, no, I used to look up to you and all of us over in Mexico." And I was like, "Oh man, thank you, brother. But you're gonna get there and some, brother. Échale con todo, man. You're gonna get up there one day, and you know, but thank you. I appreciate it. Very humble, beautiful, just amazing conversations." Well, that lasted so long because now, as I'm fighting in these big stages, Oscar called me and says, Victor, we're gonna change some things up, you know. I'm gonna make sure that you're the co-main event for Canelo versus what's his name, Floyd Mayweather. And I go, oh, wait a minute. By this point in time, I'm kind of fast forwarding because it's a long story, but I'm kind of fast forwarding because by this point in time, there's some different fights that took in place. I've been a world champion. But then when I came back, I had to go and fight and dispute against the man, Andre Berto, who was 27-0, 21 knockouts, pound for pound behind Floyd Mayweather. And at the time, that was a war for me, you know, huge war. And it was like, whoa. And it was around Christmas time. And I remember it was like a slap to my face because they had given Canelo a guy that was unknown, which was Ricky Hatton's brother, which is rest in peace, Ricky Hatton. But it was Ricky Hatton's brother, Jeff Hatton. And I just felt like it was so jacked up because it was around Christmas time. It was the 13th of December, if I'm not mistaken. But they pretty much gave him a world championship title shot against a guy who was not in the rankings, a guy who had never even, I don't think he'd even been in the top 10. But regardless, Canelo became the world champion. The next time I see him again, Canelo, I try to embrace him with a hug, and we're both champions, you know, of the world. And he gave me a cold shoulder once. I was like, wait a minute, I'm just overthinking things. He had these big old glasses on now, and then I try to give him another, shake his hand, and nope, he completely like turned the cheek to me. And then three times, the third time he did that. I just remember I felt like, whoa, dude, I've always just embraced you and treated you so kind and politely. And this is what you do? Like, this is how you are to somebody like me? Like, I've never done wrong. I don't even talk bad about you. Like, I would never. Like, I called you my little brother, like Canelito, man, from Jalisco. And then you do that. You know, from that point on, I was like, okay, all right. So now they're trying to get me off of the card to be a co-main event for Floyd Mayweather and for cinnamon rolls. I started calling them that, cinnamon rolls at the time. So I go to Oscar De La Hoya and I said, hey, I got one interesting for you. You want to get me off of the card or make me a co-main event to Floyd and to your boy Cinnamon? I said, if that's the case, oh no, scratch Floyd. Let's me and Canelo, let's do it. And he's like, oh, Victor, come on, Victor, it's business. You know how business goes. You know, Victor, come on. All the Golden Boy here at Golden Boy, we all know you'll beat him. Victor. But come on, Victor, it's business. I go, that's not fair, man. That's not fair at all. You're not giving me my rematch with Floyd Mayweather, and you're not going to give me my fight with Canelo? Well, Victor, come on, Victor, listen, come on. We all know you beat him. You'll beat him, Victor, but please, Victor. I was, that's not right, bro. That was not right. And you know what? From that point on, anytime I see Canelo, he just turn the cheek, turn his shoulder toward me. And you know what? It just left an ugly taste in my mouth because I've never disrespected this fella. I've never put him down at the time. I've never spoke over him, not even the truths of it all. And you know, I kept very quiet about this for all this time. And just watching the situation with Charlie Kirk take place before everyone's eyes because of telling the truth, people get bent out of shape. Like, I've debuted my TikTok account on Saturday morning. I don't get on TikTok. I don't know TikTok too well. And if you see my TikTok right now, I probably got like 1,000 people on there. I don't know. My girl helps me with that stuff. I'm not savvy with any of this stuff. But I will say this much. When it comes down to it, I gave my opinion with what I felt was going to happen, fight night, with Terence Crawford, T-Bud, and Canelo, cinnamon rolls. And just because I gave my opinion, oh man, everybody's like, oh, you effing hater. I got so much hate mail, man. I wanted to actually share some of this stuff. But you know what? Nah, it's just giving praise and where it doesn't belong. You know, so at the end of the day, I know this much. Just like I said, that Canelo wouldn't get past T-Bud Crawford. He's been paved. It's a beautiful thing that they've done with his career. Amazing. I commend his team for that. Amazing. Someone like him, they've taken great care of. Someone like me, and not just me, many other boxers out there that deserve the glory, deserve to be up there. They've not one time had that kind of success, glory, respect, or anything because the promoters didn't see us in their fashion, in their way. And here's the thing, I'm not upset. I'm not. If anything, it gets a little irritating when somebody asks me about an opinion. Who do I have for this fight? And I explain it to you why. And then all of a sudden I'm a hater. Here's the thing. I don't watch boxing for a thrill like a lot of people do that watch all this stuff. I don't. I sit back, I study, I make my opinion. But it's my opinion. And my opinion carries weight for myself. I don't go and sit back and tell anybody how to do their job. I mean, hey, I don't know how. At the end of the day, you know, to each his own, and I'll keep it where it's at. But I will say that due to the grace that God has given me, that Jesus Christ of Nazareth has showed me, I don't need to be talking bad about nobody, putting them down on anything, any way, shape, or form. It's not my thing. But when I speak some truths, that's the truth. And people don't have to agree with it. People don't have to like me. It's okay. I'm not here to make anybody's anything. So that's what I got for you guys. And I have a lot more to talk about and say. But yeah, I just had to throw that out there. And by the way, there's a lot of computer gangsters out there, man. You guys need to kind of chill out sometimes. I'll tell you one thing. It's happened a couple times, you know, where just people have some really ugly things to say, man. And just God help you. God bless you. And may you guys find your peace within yourselves. Other than that, I'm going to keep on doing my thing. I'm going to keep boxing until the Lord calls me and says, no more, mijo. Until then, I'm going to enjoy what God has for me, God has in store for me. I have my 3 beautiful sons, my amazing fiance, and on we go. But, yeah, guys. If you guys have any questions, anything, hit me up, man. I'm not one to beat around the bush. I hit you between your eyes, between your ears, and we'll talk about it. And I'm right here anytime. So, yeah. And I hope, you know, you guys, I'm pretty sure you guys have been through something in your lives, you know. Boxing doesn't define me. I'm not just a boxer, you know. If anything, in today's day and age, I glorify Jesus Christ of Nazareth. I'm a father to 3 boys, Royal, Malachi, and Ezekiel. That's Ezekiel. But regardless, guys, I'm here. Or whatever you guys want to talk about, just know that I'm not done yet. I'm going to give myself some years to do what God has allowed me to do once again. So God bless you guys.